Hi, I'm Chris Hackle from MillennTechnologies, and I'm here to shoot our first podcast. The reason we're starting to do these podcasts is because we get a lot of questions about cylinders and a number of things on how we do our business and why we do a certain thing. So we're going to shoot a series of these to kind of let you know what is nickel plating and how it works and some of the ins and outs of the cylinder remanufacturing business. The first question we always get is, what is it? What are we actually doing? Most people are aware of a trade name of a cylinder coating called Nickel. That's a property of a company called Moly, but we call our coating nickel silicon carbide, or NSC for short. What it is it's an electroplated coating that is put on in our plating facility, and it's a very wear-resistant coating, and that's kind of why we use it. The original startup makeup pieces of it is a nickel plating bath and silicon carbide. When the two are mixed together, that's we submerge the cylinder in the plating bath, run an electrical current through it, and we get the plating. So that's kind of how it's done, but I'll get into and show you what the raw materials look like. This is actually the nickel solution, just pure nickel plating bath. There's no silicon carbide mixed into it, so that's what that looks like. Here I have some silicon carbide in the bottom of this. Not a lot of it. It's very expensive. It's 3 micron in size, so it's very small particles. It's almost like talcum powder, and then when you mix the two together, you get a bath that looks like this, and that's what our plating solutions look like. And it's actually settling out a little bit, but that's what it looks like. The coating, nickel silicon carbide, is very thin. The average thickness that we put on is about 3 thousandths thick after it's honed. This coating here is about 10 thousandths, but you can see that it's quite flexible, and these are coming off of some of our plates that we use. So this is you can kind of see what the coating looks like when it's not on a cylinder. This coating, as you can see here, once it's applied, it looks a lot like this. I've got it on a cylinder right here, so you can see what it looks like. This is actually cleaned up. A better example is this. This is what actually the cylinder looks like when it comes out of the plating tank. But so you can see the coating as it looks here. In a magnified version of it, in this photomicrograph, you can see that the coating is a lot like cement, with the silicon carbide particles being the rocks in the cement, and the nickel being the mortar that holds everything together. So that's kind of what the coating is and what it does. The benefit of it, and I'll show you here on a finished cylinder, is that the benefit, when it has oil on it, it soaks up oil. So it's very good for a cylinder bore, because the silicon carbide is the next hardest thing to diamonds. So it's a very wear-resistant coating. It'll hold oil. It's wear-resistant. It's better than most things that are out there right now, and that's why it's becoming more and more popular. The next question that we get after what is it is, how is it done? How do you actually do the process? So I'm going to go through and show you the cylinders in a different range of steps on how it looks. So when we start, we get a cylinder in, and we'll go ahead and fix it. That's what this cylinder is here. You can see the cylinder. There's some damage. It's very hard to see on here, but there's a crack in this triple port here, and what we did is we welded it, and we move on from there. And this step is actually after the old coating is removed and everything's cleaned. Once we get the weld in the bore, we have to go in and do a light cut on the bore and clean everything up, and sometimes we just have to do this light cut. So this is what the cylinder looks like right before it goes in the plating tank. The bore is nice and smooth and clean, and it's ready for plating. Once it is sized and everything's, we know how much plating we need to put on and what we need to do. It goes in a plating tank, and there's a electrical charge put to an anode that's down in the center of the bore, and that current will carry the material that's in the plating bath onto the wall of the cylinder, and when you're done, it looks like this. And as you can see, the difference in the color of the aluminum. This is clean aluminum. It gets quite a smut buildup on it, so we have to do some cleaning processes to make it look better and to have the cylinder look real nice. So after this, it goes through the cleaning processes. We get a buildup a lot on 2 strokes, but on 4 strokes, it's usually on the bottom, and we clean everything up and go through and chamfer all these ports and the bottom on a 4-stroke cylinder to get it so that when we hone it, it won't catch and chip and do a bunch of bad things. This is what the cylinder looks like right before honing. So you can see that the edges have been smoothed off, the cylinder's been cleaned, and it's ready to go and be diamond honed. Diamond honing, the plating is pretty difficult to do. The honing is even more difficult. There's a lot of people that say they can hone Nicosil or nickel silicon carbide, but when actually you see what the finished product is, it's probably the hardest thing out of everything to do. This is what the cylinder looks like after it's honed. You can see the nice shiny finish, and there's a crosshatch on it that's appropriate for the type of cylinder and everything that's related to it. The ports are all cleaned up on a 2-stroke or on a 4. It's the top and the bottom, and at this point we run it through a couple quality control checks and ship it out, and it's on its way back to its owner, fixed and better than new. That's the first 2 questions that we answered, and the next podcast we'll continue on with some more popular questions that people ask. If you have any questions you'd like me to answer, feel free to email them in to me at the email address on the bottom of the screen, and we'll be glad to include them in future podcasts. So thank you for watching, and I appreciate your interest in Millennium Technologies.